Well, the Smithsonian is one of America's most popular museums for tourists, but today it was people from the Smithsonian who went on a tour here in the Queen City. The American Heritage Corridor led people on a history lesson through the city, and senior reporter Eileen Buckley was with them today.
Well, we're so excited to be in Buffalo because I will just have to say that Buffalo's history is national history.
The Washington, D.C. guests are with the Smithsonian American Women's History Museum. The National Museum is not built yet, and it's only in the very early planning stages. But representing Buffalo on the National Committee for the Future Museum is State Assembly Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes. She invited the group to tour the Michigan Street African American Heritage Corridor.
Clearly, the fact that, Lisa Saki and her team that showed up here in Buffalo in January to move this process forward says that we're not willing to be patient and rest on our laurels. We want to push forward to make this thing happen.
The amazing stories of women here in Buffalo throughout American history is such an important part of our national story that, of course, we need to be here.
The tour started inside the Michigan Street Baptist Church, one of the final stops along the Underground Railroad for escaped slaves, and where activist Mary Talbert conducted her historic work.
Because they were able to do the work themselves.
We can't necessarily promise right now who exactly is going to go in there, but I can say that stories such as Mary's are incredibly important for everybody to be able to see themselves within the new museum.
That to have our voices in this national conversation will mean so much to ensuring that the legacy of all these great women who were here in our city will be heard by the nation and by the world.
And after touring the Michigan Street Church and the Nash House, the tour continued over here on Broadway to the Colored Musicians Club and on to WUFO Radio. The Western New York Women Making History Committee has created the first community regional fundraiser for the Smithsonian's Women's Museum.
So that our voices are heard there, so that the history of the iconic women who are connected with Buffalo are reflected there, and also the everyday women heroes of Buffalo are reflected there as well.
The Smithsonian visit ending with a gathering Thursday evening at the Westin that will bring together about 300 guests. Eileen Buckley, 7 News, Buffalo.